Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to represent the 2020 graduating class in welcoming you to the 52nd commencement exercise held at Edison High School. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our parents, relatives, teachers, and friends for their continued guidance and support. We appreciate everyone joining us electronically today to celebrate this special occasion, although it certainly looks a little different than the previous graduation ceremonies. At this time, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Adam Frederick.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to speak to all of you today on behalf of the Edison High School class of 2020. First, I want to take the opportunity to thank all of the people who have helped us get to where we are today. Thank you to our administrators and staff for always keeping the ship afloat and for creating an excellent environment in which we could learn and grow. Thank you to our passionate teachers for giving us the skills we need to live and succeed in an ever-changing world. Thank you to our friends and family for all of their love and support in making us who we are today. And last but not least, thank you to all of my classmates for 12 years worth of incredible memories and experiences. 12 years is a really long time if you actually stop and think about it. Based on 180 days of school per year at 7 hours per day, I've calculated that over the past 12 years, we have spent at least 15,120 hours with each other in school. This isn't even counting the time we spent together after school, at practices, games, rehearsals, and meetings. And I'm also not counting the fun we've had making group projects for language arts, at the last minute of course, or the memories we have made hanging out with friends outside of school. I can confidently say that if I could add all of that time to the total, it would be well over 25,000 hours. 25,000 hours of laughing and crying, smiling and frowning, and a few late-night trips to Taco Bell with friends. During those hours of being together, we've been through it all, the good and the bad. And we also can't forget the hard work and effort we've put into our schoolwork along the way. All of the time spent stressing over upcoming tests and doing homework late at night won't be wasted, because it has made us smarter, harder working people. Our in-class discussions have opened us to new ways of thinking and improved our communication skills, and even struggling through complex math problems has taught us the valuable lessons of perseverance and problem-solving skills. I promise it will all be worth it when we get our diplomas, because even though the paper itself isn't worth much, the knowledge and experience it represents is what will enable us to create a better future. We will use these skills to tackle global issues like climate change and other natural disasters. We will be the ones to help others in our communities and take action against social injustice when it arises. If there's a problem in the world, we will fix it. Down whatever path we choose to take after high school, we will continue to learn and to grow so that we can make every tomorrow better than today. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce our next speaker, Piper Nikolai.
Well, guys and gals, we made it. First, I think it's appropriate to start off with a thank you to everyone who's evolved with us through these years of dedication, hard work, and stressful days, but mostly fun memories and everlasting relationships. Thank you to all the teachers who have made us who we are today and shown us that knowledge truly is power. Thank you to all the faculty members who have shown us support and compassion while paving a path for our success. And thank you, parents and family. Thank you for raising these beautiful young men and women before us all. Your hard work to put these students into the caps and gowns they're in today has proven its worth. Thank you for shaping us and helping us find out who we aspire to be. You provided us with relentless opportunity, no matter the cost. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed, just underappreciated. Today I'm going to give a speech that most of you won't remember in a day or two, but I worked hard for this moment to show off my red face in front of you all today. In fact, this has been one of my vital driving forces to perform my absolute best these past 4 years. I have prided myself in being a perfectionist, in being the best. I'll be the first to admit that I worked as hard as I could to get 100 on a test, or be the president of that club, not because I was passionate about it, but because I wanted to be the best and prove myself to others. I wanted to be the one that everyone else envied to be. Now as I was doing this, the things that I loved turned into work, and the things I disliked became competitions against myself. I was unhappy with myself, focusing on what I thought would make me great, rather than focusing on what I was great at. I realized that striving for the top is not the goal in life, but rather striving for your passions and happiness is. Our quality of life is not based on our social status or what others believe about us, but what we can say about our true happiness. To achieve our happiness, we will create a passion. Some of us have known our passions since the first time we were asked in preschool what we wanted to do when we grew up. And some of us may just finally figure it out when we've lived half our lives and start growing gray hairs. But it's our job to do what we can to make ourselves happiest by leading and inspiring the world. This cliche statement often restrains us from fulfilling our potential, but I challenge not just these graduates, but each one of you before me to fulfill your potential and seek your happiness. Never stop fighting for yourself. Find your niche, find yourself, and find your passion. As you find these things and begin a new chapter in your life, take in all the beauty of change. This may be the biggest change in your life, or this may be the smallest, but I want to celebrate those first changes in our lives. Some changes have led us onto a perfect path, the right path, or the path to a new change, but what they have led each and every one of you students to achieve thus far is remarkable. We have fulfilled standards that others say we cannot reach, but we have proved them all wrong. Throughout the nearly 15 years that we have spent in the classroom, as we reflect back, I see one thing that stands out about us. We are most certainly the class of underdogs. Always being compared to the best and never given high enough standards, we all had something to prove. It is that confidence and drive instilled in each one of us that has made us among the best to walk the halls of EHS. It is that confidence and drive that made us so successful and will continue to lead us to greatness. As one of my greatest friends, Mrs. Wally, once said, Edison has a winning tradition. We don't talk about winning, it's just understood we do it. And my friends, we have done just that in all aspects of life. Among us are athletes, musicians, honor students, accomplished thespians, state champions and qualifiers, Fire Lynch Challenge champions, club presidents, and community leaders. Through academics, athletics, drama, speech, and so much more, we have expanded our minds much farther because of what we as a class have accomplished together. As we move on from the windowless walls of Edison, I hope you all remain the underdog and shock the world with the fire inside each one of you. This chapter may be ending, but each and every one of our stories is just beginning. The page is turning for everyone, but the story has not been written for you. You are the author of this story, and the pen is in your hand. Now, some of you may walk out and never look back on this place, but some of you will think it every day. We'll miss hearing that bell ring 11 times a day, carrying 20 pounds of books around and being told to be quiet in class. I know I'll miss watching Mrs. Wally talk to her smart board Bob, and all for some odd reason miss listening to the same rock music in Mr. Neer's room for 3 periods a day. And I know I'll miss having a building full of staff members that care about me. But it's time to escape the comfort zone, explore our limits, and build ourselves to be even better than the generations before. I hope for all my classmates that high school is not the best 4 years of your life, but I hope that it was a mere stepping stone along your journeys. Remember that you control your own destiny. Never let anyone change you. Take advantage of opportunity and live without regrets. We have spent too much time worrying about what others believe, about what society believes. It is time that we take matters into our own hands. So here's to the beginning of all our dreams. I wish you love, I wish you luck. I hope you always remember the greatest lesson of all. It's great to be an Edison Charger. Keep smiling and keep shining, class of 2020.
I would like to introduce our next student speaker, Hallie Patton.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Hallie Patton, and I'm a proud member of the graduating class of 2020. To begin my speech, I would like to start with a quote. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination, spoken by Jimmy Dean. With every journey comes hardship. No path is completely clear, no road completely smooth, and no map has a dotted line that is completely straight. Throughout our journey as Edison Chargers, I'm sure we can all say that we have faced many challenges and gone through numerous struggles. It's a part of life. This has been especially evident throughout the past couple of months. Personally, I was in the constant state of feeling like everything was up in the air, and the weight of uncertainty was suffocating. However, because of this experience, I have learned that there are some things in life that you can't control. More importantly, the one thing you can't control is how you respond to the situation. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. This is exactly what we have all done to get here today. We adjusted our sails, we had simply persevered. After all, we are graduating, and that is something I never thought I would have to question before all of this began. Though many people will define our class by the occurrence of the COVID-19 pandemic, I want us to collectively decide today to define our class by the individuals that we are, and the memories that we were able to make together throughout the past 4 years. Yes, we are the kids who didn't have a senior prom, and we are the kids who didn't get a real graduation. But we're also the same kids who shared laughs in the cafeteria, a love for learning in the classroom, and celebratory moments out at the football stadium. We're the kids who spent their school careers as Chargers, and to me, that means more than anything. Whether it had been through participating in school sports, clubs, or many other events, or simply even raising our hands to speak in class, we were part of something special. Being a student at Edison High School meant being surrounded by loving friends, caring teachers, and an atmosphere where individualism was valued. Inside of the walls of Edison High School, we have all been shaped in some way, as we have been preparing for the outside world. Now it's time to take what we have learned and apply it to our lives post-E-High. Sure, we'll miss our underclassmen friends, and our witty teachers who always had a way of brightening the day, even if this meant picking on Danny K. and Mr. C, and all of the other things that made this place so special. But that's okay, because all of these things will have a special place in our hearts always. I'm going to miss seeing all of your faces every day, as I have these past few months. But I know this is the way it has to be for us to move on to the big and better things that life has in store for us. I wish all of you the best of luck, no matter what path you have chosen to take after today. Remember to keep adjusting your sails and let nothing stop you from reaching your goals. Thank you, and I would now like to introduce our next speaker, Kaylee Reese.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I've started every single speech I've given in my class with those same 3 words. Hi, I'm Kaylee. For some reason, in 7th grade, when I ran for student council, I decided it would be super witty and fun to rip off the scene in Nemo where the sharks introduce themselves. Nonetheless, I got elected, so it must have worked. In fact, it worked time and time again as I maintained class president throughout the years too, which led me to believe it would be the perfect beginning to my graduation speech. However, when writing this speech, the more I thought about the cheesy little introduction, the more I realized about the time I have been able to spend with all of you. The beauty of this class, I think, lies within our personability. Whenever I spoke in front of you all, or even just doing presentations in front of my small classes, I found comfort in being able to talk to a room full of people just as easily as a room full of my closest friends. Maybe it's because I was in a room with some of my closest friends in these moments. My inability to decipher speaks wonders. Having classmates like you made me feel like it was okay to raise my hand and accidentally and quite proudly say the wrong answer, or dance like nobody's watching at the pep rallies. Being in this class is what made Edison High School my home 10 minutes away from home. The interesting reality of high school is that we are all learning and growing with each other. I think that it is amazing that we have been together through probably some of the worst days of our lives and the best days of our lives without even knowing it. We've cried in the same bathrooms, laughed in the same auditorium, and screamed as loud as we could in the same gym. Whether or not we shared these exact moments together, I can confidently say we have shared those same feelings. I think over these last few months, we have truly learned to value the presence of one another, and exactly how lucky we are to belong to such a loving atmosphere like Edison High School. But with that being said, Edison High School is not the final destination. We each have a plan, or maybe we don't, that's okay. But regardless, we will not be returning to these halls as students any longer. We have finished our growing together, and now we will move on and continue to flourish. I am forever thankful for the time I have been able to spend alongside all of you in the best classrooms with the best teachers around. We all have been challenged mentally being stuck at home. We have been left with ourselves and are continuing to discover ourselves. And we all will continue to grow mentally, forever. I am so excited to see each of you continue to grow and change and find your inner peace becoming the person you want to be. We have completed one of our very first steps to self-discovery. So I ask you, no matter where you end up after high school, to be nice to yourselves, find your inner peace, and don't stop growing. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Tom Roth.
Good afternoon. What a beautiful day it is. This is the day that you've been waiting to arrive for such a long time, both students and parents. Many of you probably thought today would never come, and you could not wait for it to get here. But the day has arrived, a day to celebrate a huge milestone in life, high school graduation. No small feat, and something to be extremely proud of. I cannot begin to tell you what a pleasure and honor it is for me to be here this afternoon and be a part of the graduation of the Edison class of 2020. You are a very special group and one that will not be forgotten by your teachers, the community, or myself. And not just because of the year that you are graduating and the events that you are living through in your senior year. You will be remembered because you have excelled in the classroom academically, in all of your extracurricular activities, be it band, drama, academic team, art, mock trial, speech and debate, sports, and everything else. You have given it your best. I will remember you for helping others, be it friends or strangers. You were there to help to make the world a better place. I hope you never stop doing this. I will remember your smiles and laughter. These brighten my days over the years more than you will ever know. Of course, in part, you will be remembered for the events that happened during your senior year. But not because you are the class that graduated during the pandemic. Rather, how you accepted what was happening during your senior year and how you dealt with it. You held your heads up high and did what needed to be done, and I am proud of you for that. But most of all, I will remember watching a group of intelligent, goofy, fun-loving, respectful, caring, exceptional children grow and mature over the years into a magnificent group of intelligent, goofy, fun-loving, respectful, caring, exceptional young adults that I am honored to be able to say that I know. You have been a great example not only for our younger students, but also for the adults' lives who you have touched. Today is a bittersweet day for you. This is the day that you have been working toward for 13 years. The excitement and joy that you have today is well earned and deserved. Enjoy it. However, with that joy, you may be feeling a bit of nervousness about your future. Don't worry, this is normal. I would tell you good luck, but you do not need luck. As long as you approach your future with the same grit, determination, and can-do attitude that you have shown thus far in life, you have nothing to worry about. Success is within your reach. Now go out and grab it. Congratulations, graduates of the Edison class of 2020.
It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mark Suhanik, President of the Edison Local Board of Education.
Good evening. My name is Mark Suhanik. As Board President, I am honored to be representing the Edison Local School District Board of Education. I bring their congratulations to the graduates we are honoring and those in the audience who have helped them get here this evening. I promise my remarks will be brief. I'd like to flash back to the spring of 1973. I was sitting in this gym at a high school event and had just found out that the reactor at NASA Plumbrook Station was closing and my dad had lost his job. I finished out my junior year here and said my goodbyes to my lifelong friends and moved to Michigan. I started my senior year there that fall. It was much like our school, but something was missing. My friends back home. We tried to stay connected, but remember, this was before cell phones, texting, and social media. After a couple of weeks, I was able to more or less, with the emphasis on the word less, convince my parents to let me move back to Ohio and finish out my senior year amongst my friends. I was very fortunate to have understanding parents of my own and also gracious parents of close friends who put me up until I graduated in 1974. I hope this story reinforces the true meaning of these three words that I will elaborate on: being accountable, friends, and family. Let's start with being accountable. While many people have been responsible for your individual success up till now, today starts a period in your life when only one person is accountable for your success, and that is you. There's no one but yourself to make sure that you wake up on time, get dressed with clean clothes, eat healthy, get to class or work on time, get enough sleep, or that you will be performing to the best of your ability. Now for friends. You're going to need lots of friends. The more, the better. You're going to make mistakes. Have those seem like a good idea at the time moments? Or some of you are just going to have a hard time grasping the whole accountability concept. And those are the times in your life when having friends you can count on are going to be priceless. And when things in your life really don't go as planned, your friends have all scattered, that's when your family becomes more important than ever, because you know they will be there for you and love you no matter what. Besides, family will lend you money before friends will anyway. I'd like to close with these final thoughts. You're all going to have successes and failures. Be accountable for them. Make time for family and friends. They make a life a lot more fun. Find your niche in life and be the best you can at it. The one thing I tend to think about the most is you can't change yesterday, and no matter what happens today, the sun will always come up tomorrow. Thank you, and well done, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Roth and Mr. Suhanik. At this time, I'd like to present the graduating class. I certify that 117 members of the 2020 senior class of Edison High School have met the requirements of the State Board of Education and the Edison Local Board of Education and are entitled to a diploma so stating. Elijah Brenton Absher. James Thomas Anderson. Jillian Ashling Barker. Jonathan Titus Woffman. Traven Dean Woffman. Haley Sunshine Bach. Ethan A. Bolda. Logan Eugene Brian Bowen. Dustin Lee Bowers. Jacob Daniel Brewer. Haley Christine Brown. Christian Thomas Brown. Kyla Marie Brown. Sarah Marie Bursley. Tyler Jacob Collier. Hannah Lynn Kuhn. Michaela Marie Kuhn. Tyler Jacob Kuhn. Jacob Lee Cuevas. Gregory Robert Compston II. Anthony De Leon. Kiana Jade Devon. Haley Lynn Drury. Jared Lee Everman. Adam Lee Frederick. Jacqueline Ashley Fry. Bryce Andrew Funk. Haley Jane Giles. Benjamin Scott Grant. Lily Anna Grant. Aiden Dean Hall. Alexander William Hancock. Kaylee Elizabeth Harris. Taylor Nicole Harris. Cade Joseph Hickson. Meredith Kate Holler. Jordan Lee Hoskins. Justin Daniel Hosley. Emma Kara Hauser. Ian H. Jansen. Rebecca Faith Jeremy. Vance D. Johnson. Andrea Ann Keogan. Brianna Eileen Kieser. Annabella Grace Klima. Wendy Pamela Knowles. Seth Charles Cromer. Helena Ann Krull. Daniel Richard Lambert.
No, not there.
Reese Kennedy Linden. Melanie Mackenzie Lindner. Marissa Marie Lissy. Haley Nicole Lloyd.
Okay.
Jacob Mario Lombardi. Samuel Marcus Lopez. Joseph Michael Malik. Cooper Stephen McIntyre. Amanda Charlene McIntyre Kennard. Carson Ray Neely. Caitlin Nicole Neely. Jacob Dean Neer. Piper Melody Nikolai. Chase Christopher Odell. Catherine Page Otto. Hallie Alexis Patton. Madison Elizabeth Proy. Elizabeth Robin May Pruitt. Jordan Lynn Pruitt. Gabrielle Nicole Ryder. Elizabeth Denise Rexroad. Matthew James Rice. Kaylee Ann Reese. Elizabeth Hope Robertson. Connor Allen Rummel. Riley O'Brien Rosberg. Nathan Patrick Seawold. Lily Anna Schober. Damar Thurkel Simmons. Shelby Ann Slagle. Emma Louise Smith. Andrew Kenneth Snyder. Griffin Kip Sobiak. Noah James Staley. Joseph Charles Stahl. Timothy Michael Straka. Seth Brian Thompson. Jaden Oakley Timms.
Cut.
Zoe Elizabeth Tucker. Caitlin Michelle Basalo. Taylor Lauren Vitez. Emily Ann Vogus. Ethan A. Wallen. Brandon Michael Ware. Elijah Jace Webb. Stephen P. Wetzel III. Dakota Allen Williams. Mackenzie May Wilson. Eliza Michelle Wolfbrand. Avery Dulles Wolf. Abigail Lindsay Woodger. Caleb Ross Yoder. Roderick Thomas Yost. I hereby declare the class of 2020 graduates of Edison High School. Congratulations.